Hey guys, so we've got another set of advanced questions that have come in from clients, from students and whatnot. So I've jotted them down, and what I did was kind of connected to each of the questions and then received answers from primary source. I've got them right here, all written down on my tablet, and I'm going to read them back to you because I think it's some really important stuff and it might help us to understand a little bit about the nature of the soul and what it is that's going to happen to this planet Earth in relation to them. So welcome in if you're watching the live stream, or if you're over on my YouTube channel, Helen Christodoulou, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So here's the first question. Must a soul be experienced in order for the Earth to thrive? No. Because a bunch of us have already been here, and what we've done is that we have prepared the platform, so we've gotten it ready, and then they can come along and it's like the recipe is already tried, tested, and then the new guys come along and it's just all ready for them to take over and do what it is that they need to do to make things go right for us. Must a soul be old for the salvation of the collective consciousness? This is a really interesting question because there is a lot of emphasis on soul age. And if one is an old soul, then they are the ones that are actually going to put things right on the planet Earth. But when I connected, this actually was not what was given. And the answer is no. The age of souls is an outmoded paradigm for the evolution of consciousness. Age has no relevance even in spirituality. Earth requires souls that have the data already built in or an ability to learn at greater speed. And a really great example of that would actually be, you know, like how some of these newborn babies come in and they just like automatically know how to use a smartphone or a tablet, whatever, yeah? That's a prime example, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they can do that because they are an old soul. It's because the data has already gone out there and it's been practiced, and it's just like an innate ability. So this is what it's kind of akin to, if that makes sense. The next question is, does a soul that is in the reincarnation matrix need more time to awaken if they do awaken? Another real interesting one. The answer is not necessarily. Because of the current emergency state of our Earth, some beings are jumping from almost complete density, or amnesia, if you want to call it that, to a complete enlightened state of active solutions. So again, that's kind of really, really amazing. So never underestimate the ones who are in complete density, right? Because it doesn't mean that if they are in complete density or amnesia that they can't just jump, you know, at a click, at a bat of an eyelid. It's all completely possible. And I've actually seen this happen as well from my own personal experience, from students that have come to classes. Thanks guys, thanks for the hearts, I do appreciate it. So I have seen it like with students, I've seen it with clients. And, you know, my own mind has jumped in and said, nah, you know, this isn't possible. Hey, darling, how you doing? Nice to see you too. Thanks for putting up a message, because I look down at my notes and I don't see who's in. Lovely to see you, hun. So, yes, it is completely possible. Never pass your judgment that somebody who is sleeping deeply is going to stay that way. It can change. So not for all, but it is very, very possible. Okay, so the next one. What about global warming? Isn't that a man-made phenomenon? How should we address this? And the answer is, all extinctions arise at the end of a cycle or a period of time, regardless of the human input. So even though we have done a bunch of shit, it's still going to happen anyway, because it's locked into what's known as, you know, the Yuga cycles of time, yeah? The difference this time, though, is that we have an opportunity to intercept total extinction based on the actions of beings, or people, if you will, that are serious about sustaining life on this earth and increasing its quality, okay? This needs to happen within beings or people that are inside of the establishment and hierarchical systems that control the planet and beings that control beyond this planet. So these people are actually being crystallized into these systems. So this would be good news, I would say, because even though there are hierarchical systems and there are artificial systems of domination and control, there are people or beings that are springing up into these platforms in order to reform them. That is actually happening. So not only did I receive that as an intuitive reception, but again, it is also an example of students that I've seen come to the classroom whereby, like, I've had surgeons and genetic scientists and doctors and lawyers and people of higher up positions who are doing what they are doing, but their mission is to actually break down and reform those old systems of domination and control. So all this stuff, in a nutshell, guys, is really good news for the continuity of beings on this earth, and also in order for Earth to thrive. And again, it might look bleak because the percentages might be really low. It may not be many beings or people who are doing this, but again, it can quantum leap. So never lose your hope, never lose your faith. It can happen. And don't forget, just to recap, it doesn't necessarily mean that one has to be an old soul in order for this to happen. Okay, it could be babies, right? Don't forget that. Never underestimate the newbies and the babies, okay? So everybody has a stake to this game, okay? Everybody does. So even if you're putting out, messages out there and you feel like it's falling on deaf ears, keep doing it anyway. Keep planting the seeds. Keep doing it, because it's very, very important. Doesn't matter if it falls like on 1 million deaf ears and it falls on 3 ears that are listening, okay? Because you have to understand quantum, and in quantum tells us that things can leap, okay? Nothing is static, everything is ever moving. So guys, that is the message, that is the depth of our questioning today. Please do follow, if you are watching on Periscope, follow me for the metaphysical stuff, yeah? And subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm all around kind of social media, predominantly Facebook, and also on Instagram too, so you can follow me there as well. Thanks for joining, love you loads, keep up the good spirits, warriors, keep going, take it easy. May the primary source, immutable truth, always be the guiding force that is with you. Peace out. Namaste. Take care for now. I'll see you again real soon.